So 5 months ago, I made a video about the Adventures Continue, the new line for the DC Direct Batman Animated Series figures, new Batman Adventures. And I want to clear some things up, add some things, what has changed in the meantime. I want to talk about a few of the new figures, my collection, the re-releases, and pricing. And then we end up with a conclusion. So in means of the figures, I changed my mind on a few of them and also how things are going with DC Collectibles, DC Direct. So Red Hood is going to be releasing Azrael, Armored Batman, Deathstroke, Talon, Thomas Wayne Batman, Vampire Batman, Joker Who Laughs, and the Christmas Joker. Those are the examples I want to use for this video. We'll talk about the other releases in a different topic, but still in this video. So Red Hood, I'm really sold on at the moment. I saw pictures of other people getting it, and I will get to it, like regarding the reasons why I wouldn't get it at first, or I was like disliking the way that they were going. So yeah, really cool figures, some of these. Also like the Thomas Wayne a lot, since we're probably gonna get a Flashpoint movie again, which is pretty cool. I really like the design of Deathstroke. The Armored Batman is a must-have, basically. Joker Who Laughs is a little bit okay, in my opinion. It does look really cool in the animated version. But yeah, I'm not that familiar with the character, just a little bit, and then yeah, it doesn't really make me care too much about that character. So some of these characters, what I want to say is, some of them I am quite familiar with and would like to pick up, but for example, Talon, I hadn't heard of before I saw it at the show. And for example, the Christmas Joker is a metallic repaint, which I think they haven't done for any character. So that's a little bit out of out of the jurisdiction, basically, from these figures. But I want to say I don't want to complain anymore about this series, because here you can see my entire collection. I have everything. I only have a few figures that I really don't need, basically. As far as Montoya goes, Christmas with the Joker, I could customize a Christmas with the Joker on a regular Joker, so that wouldn't be too much of a problem, but it would be nice to have the original one with the accessories, which would be cool. So yeah, there's not much for me to still want right now. So them continuing on is really nice, because I made a collection video, which you can see right here, so my entire collection. And what's so nice is that all these figures together make me realize that this is a fantastic line. This is fantastic. I first thought I was never going to collect this. Now I have everything, basically, except for a few, as I said. And I do wish to add on characters. I've already started customizing, so I've already added 10 new characters that will probably never be made, which I'll also show here in the overlay footage. So that's just something I want to get as, well, not as deep as possible, but have all the figures that I want, so I can make them myself, or I hope that DC Direct will make. And so I didn't mind the repaints for Bane, Freeze, Ivy, and Killer Croc, because they came out of the 5-pack, so they were separately released. I could totally see them doing that as well for a few of the Superman Animated Series New Batman Adventures characters for the Girls Night Out pack. I could totally see that happening. But right now they're doing a Joker, Batman, Harley, and Robin with new cell shading, which means it's basically a figure that you don't have, even though you can still add cell shading yourself. And the Bane, Freeze, Ivy, and Croc were re-releases, but they didn't have cell shading. So for me, it was like the same figure still. And like the cell shading for me is not that fantastic. I mean, it's okay, but I don't want to complain about it anymore. So it's nice that they're still continuing on, trying to get new people on board and giving new people the opportunity to get their regular figures then with cell shading. And I saw somewhere that it had like new mobility, so maybe double jointed knees or elbows, so that would be cool. So I just hope they will continue on. Obviously, they could have done, I think I've done some calculations, they could have done 150 characters, or at least 100 plus characters before they started to do a spin-off. But I think it's all based off interest. Does it sell, yes or no? I'm on a Facebook page with more than 10,000 Batman the Animated Series fans, and I'm pretty convinced that not all of them, but a ton of them would really purchase basically everything that was seen on Batman the Animated Series. I don't have to name examples because there's a big list, but I keep it at that. They could have done way more with the original characters, basically. And I really wouldn't mind seeing new Batman Beyond stuff, some Justice League stuff like Lex Luthor, which gets me to the animated the Adventures Continues, because in there you see Lex Luthor a lot, and I hope they would like release him too. That would be cool. Which gets us to our almost to the conclusion, but we gotta talk about pricing for a little bit. I've gotten some examples. So I live in the Netherlands, and most of my viewers probably live in the States. I always see people pre-ordering this, and I always have to think twice about pre-ordering, and here's why. I get figures quite late because I'm in Europe, and people, I don't know, the companies that do ship out are pretty slow or have the like boat shipping method instead of airplane and the cargo, whatever. I don't know how that goes, but for Red Hood, you guys pay $26 on Big Bad Toy Store, for example, right now. I would have pre-ordered them right away. Azrael Z for $26. Armored Batman, $35. Deathstroke, $26. Talon, $26. Thomas Wayne, $26. Vampire, Joker Laughs, Christmas Joker, all $26. For me, I want to pre-order Red Hood, but I pay €32.50. This means I pay $36, which is $10 more than what you guys pay in the US. For the Armored Batman, I pay €49, which converts to $54, which is like almost twice the price that you guys pay. So these are just things, and this is just from a site that does fantastic packaging, always has good things, good communication. The guy is really, really cool. Always see him at the Dutch Comic Con as well. But yeah, just the prices, he doesn't really compete in means of pricing, which I can totally understand. And I do understand that you have to make some profit off it, but I thought the prices would be cheaper because they buy directly from the source. At least that's what I think. Otherwise, the value would not be worth it to get it to the Netherlands and ship it out and sell it again. There's not much profit in that, in my opinion. There are other sites in the Netherlands which seems to me that they just purchase like pre-order as well, just like any customer, and then sell it again. So one Christmas Joker could be €32.50, which would be the $36, I think. For the Christmas Joker, one website charges €49, which is $54, almost $55 for a regular release figure, which is crazy. There are not a lot of vendors in the Netherlands, and they all charge quite like just on top of it. And I do understand there has to be a difference in the United States and Europe, of course, but that's what's keeping me off of pre-ordering things immediately. I have to really think about it, because if I purchase 3 figures, which is like €95, I pay $106 for 3 basic figures, and you guys pay 78, which is €70, and you pay $78 for 3 figures. I think that's shipped. So that's just crazy to me. That's why I stay away for a little while. I really have to think about it. But yeah, it is a really cool line, but it does get expensive if you plan on getting in right now. The prices are a little higher, like especially for me. So that's what I wanted to say. So in conclusion, I will get more figures of this. They don't really have to be on the show anymore if I think they're cool, like the Vampire Batman. Looking a up close picture, the really long arms, the really big face, and the double jointed knees could make it for a really cool like scarecrow gas effect Batman, like a nightmare Batman basically. So yeah, just stuff like that. Deathstroke looks amazing with the solid colors, vibrant colors. Yeah, so that's just, I want to get more figures, but I just do have to think about it twice before spending that money. So if you want to start with this collection, I suggest you do so, but do it on your own terms. Don't get everything because you have to have it. I just happen to get a lot of stuff. I also have like 75 the new Batman Adventures Riddlers for customs. I have like 50 like characters from Batman the Animated Series, New Batman Adventures for customs in another box. So that's like 130 figures already extra where I can create new figures out of that will probably never be made for Batman Beyond, etc., etc. So that's basically it. You should totally collect this on your own terms. And think twice about spending your money. That's what I wanted to say. Pretty long video, but yeah, let me know what you think. What do you do? Do you just pre-order immediately? What do you think of this pricing difference? Let me know. Let's talk about that, man.